Morning, guys. All right, I've got the craziest download and I wanted to share it. So, I don't know what it's like for others, but maybe this world is set up in a way that although we have all these people around us and there's this need for connection and we're learning through each other and there's such a sense of familiarity and security that we can give to each other. However, we also get on each other's nerves and do things, destroy each other in different ways. And maybe it's set up that way on purpose because God really wants us to seek Him and or wants us to both seek within and maybe even find other things to attach to that have deep meaning to us and have I don't know, because the only person that I've had this bond, I guess, with is that's really standing out to me is Teddy. I've always had a little bit of this nurturing energy, and I think a lot of women do, and it's a maternal thing. And I've always cared about people, but it is scary sometimes when you reflect back on the relationships and you're like, I'm not even sure why I dated that person. God, I guess you need to laugh about it because it is sort of scary. Especially when it's we have bad intentions or just anyway. Or I think a lot of times I'm only speaking from my experience, but a lot of times it seems like it's selfish, and that's how we learn that way. We learn so much, but because of that, things I said last night, and then I was it's weird because it's almost culturally you feel like it's wrong to feel a sense of peace and contentment without needing other people. It's but yet maybe that's actually what we're meant for. It's just there's so much more involved to getting to that place. And because the relationships I think are meant to be lessons more than anything else. Because again, I haven't had a conscious relationship, but I know that I've seen people speak about theirs, and they talk about how it's a spirit, it's spiritual, it's next level spiritual advancement to be with your person. So we forget that. So I guess all roads lead back to you, but that to me is why it's important. It's just falling in love with things about life and letting go of these stories of having to have your person and having to please everyone around you and so yeah, this is just, I guess if it resonates, and this may not be for everybody, because I guess I've always had this kind of free spirit, space cadet kind of temperament or whatever. And again, I remember connecting with nature at a very young age, and that was always something that I would go to when I was really struggling with something, and the lack of freedom that I've had to be able to do things and have more time to myself through parenting and through isolate or through single parenting has been something that's been a really big strain for me. But then it also forced me to do things like meditation and finding other things to do that help bring me back to balance and help my nervous system calm down and help me feel content again. So it's like we have so many ideas of like we have to have people and we have to have this life that looks a certain way, but it's like maybe we're really meant to be resilient and learn how to do things on our own. And then when that person comes, that's going to be another level to your spiritual journey, but you also have to commit to that like container for that so that you don't fall into just that sense of security and codependency. That to me is all the more reason why it's like it's better to let it happen in divine timing, because we kind of did try to force and control these things in the past, and that didn't really work out for us. I mean, that is just life, like, because like I do feel like it's really like we're here to learn. I just wanted to share that because you just start to see more and more how it's like I would rather let God like show me and guide me and use me for what is needed, even if it's this constant like feeling like it's not accepted by the world, or it got so quiet, y'all, which I'm worried because he was making all this noise, so I went to go check on him. I didn't hear a door open, so these. Now I'm losing it because they only pulled 2 cards from here, so I'll share them. But because you think about like we know that the non-physical and the unknown is a part of this world, but like once you start to like mingle with that, it's gonna like that's where it's like God is gonna like is gonna use you, and it's gonna happen in certain ways. And he probably is. It's even like it does feel like a science experiment. Like it's like you just don't know all the things that you're gonna encounter, or what's gonna happen, or how people are gonna react to you, and you kind of just start to accept that it's a journey. Like once you get out of like needing expectations about things, then it becomes magical. Then it becomes, not all the time, of course, but and I'm still in this in-between place of like really trying to let go of any fears and just embrace the journey as it is and that kind of thing too. But we had Temperance come out and we had the 8 of Wands reversed. There's also a shift I'm feeling in the collective of where the feminine and the masculine are. And it feels like that's what I also feel that this right now is and it's being asked of me to like write down, get focused on what it is that I want to, where I want to go, what I want to do, and opening myself up and like, and softening and being more receptive, and as a woman going on and doing things on your own a lot, or dealing with a lot of things where you felt unsafe or rejection, like those things are very harsh. So it does take a lot to like soften yourself and open your heart again. That's not an easy process either. And then for the masculines, there's this shift of like accepting that love is a journey too. That's so cool. And okay, oh, whoa, that's so beautiful. Okay, also that like it's going to be unique and individual to both for you, and also if you have a person, if you do have a union, or you come together with someone, you're learning together, and there's not a blueprint. So it could be, this is just what I'm getting. So it could be that it's not that you can't look at other people and like learn from them, or go and, go go on some sort of like spiritual journey and like go and do it and learn from other people, but like you're going to be learning together, because it's also going to be so tailored to the things that you've been through and where you are in your individual journey and stuff like that. That's so cool. Okay. I don't know why I thought that was very, very interesting, because you have to think about, like, we've seen and experienced what codependency looks like and what falling into familiarity looks like, or because if the way that you've experienced it in the past. But if you've never seen or experienced a conscious relationship, and you just don't know all the things that you're going to come up against. So that's why I feel like you have to have all this space for error and this space for and this commitment to it, and keeping it contained. I wrote that down, like keeping the energy contained so that you're not just leaking it all and like talking about it here and there. That's that leaky energy. That's so much doubt, instead of committing to 11 on the clock, committing to the sacred path and committing to what you know is in your heart. Oh, that's so awesome. Okay. All right, I'm gonna stop there. So you're doing a good job balancing it all. I always speak this the wrong way, bringing the spiritual and the physical together. And I may be feeling some anxiety, or that's such an interesting mix that they gave me. So maybe that note of like writing down, trying to get focused and write down what you really want, what you really want to bring in, what you really want to do with the time that you have. You guys can book a personal session with me. You can like, comment, subscribe, or I'll probably turn the comments off, but you can like and subscribe or share. And just embrace the journey wherever you are.